Hey, what's up? We're on day 6 of the 10-day Facebook ads challenge, and today we're going to talk about how to write effective Facebook ad copy that converts into leads and sales. Now, before we go into Facebook ad copy and actually creating the ad, we have to choose an offer to promote, right? An offer, something that's free, something that's going to be high value that you give away in exchange for someone's contact information. This lead magnet or offer must be specific, must share new breakthroughs and concepts with your audience. It's got to be ultra relevant. It must be simple. It should share 3 tips, not 133 tips. It should be easy to consume, meaning it's 3 pages or less. It should deliver on a promise, establish your authority, and be congruent with the next step you want them to take. And so if you are a member of My Lead System Pro, you have access to several offers that you can promote to your audience if it's going to be of value to them. If you don't have an offer or a lead magnet, you're going to have to create one. And so below this video, I actually included a link to a training to help you create your lead magnet. So we're going to go inside of MLSP. And I'm going to show you where you can find your offers. So underneath my websites, and you click on MLSP System Campaigns, you're going to see about 24 different free trainings and offers that you can give away in exchange for your contact's information. We've got creating your first ebook, 7,195 page likes in 30 days, keeping your ad account safe. So what you're going to do here, if you don't have a lead magnet and the lead magnets here will be relevant and congruent to what you're offering, promoting to your audience, what I want you to do is select one offer. Pick one. And the one we're going to use for this particular example is MLM sponsor 6 reps per day with the $5 Facebook ad spend, right? And so you want to keep this in mind. I actually recommend that you go through the training first before you start creating copy, but select one training, one offer here that you're going to promote with this ad. So let's dive into the creation of the ad copy. Now, when I'm creating ad copy, I'm typically going to write the copy in a text file first and then copy and paste it into the Facebook Ads Manager. Doing that, I'm able to test the language, I'm able to rewrite it and really flesh out my ideas in Word or in a text file before it actually goes into the Facebook Ads Manager. Now, before we get to the copy, you have to understand that the most important part of your ad is your graphics and or the video. And the reason that is because people are on their phones just simply scrolling. People are scrolling through the Facebook news feed, and your job is to get people to stop scrolling. And so your image and video are very, 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 very important. So to make sure you have graphics that have less copy, they typically perform better, and actually Facebook will charge you a little bit more or refuse to serve your ads if they have heavy text in the graphic. You want to use an ad or image that has smiling faces, especially women perform better, even pets perform better. You want to have graphics of a you, right? When you serve them to your warm and hot audience who actually know you, have a picture of yourself. You don't want to try and sell your product or service from a graphic at all. Your only goal with the graphic is to stop the scroll. And the image that you choose should trigger some kind of emotion and tell a story to your audience, right? So with graphics with less copy perform better, smiling faces, especially women, even pets. Graphics should include you if you're running them to your warm or hot audience. Don't try to sell in your graphics. Your only goal of the graphic is to stop the scroll, and your graphics should trigger some kind of emotion or tell some story to your audience. Now with a video, you want to make sure that you have an interesting thumbnail to stop the scroll. That's basically the image that they see first on the video, right? So scroll through the video, see something, see if you can find a picture, something that's going to be engaging, or upload a thumbnail to the video to get people to stop. An interesting image that triggers some kind of emotion. The second thing, this is very key, you have to tell your audience on this video what's in it for them in the first 5 seconds, right? They must know exactly what they're getting by watching this video in the first 5 seconds. So that also has to be in your copy as you're speaking, but also in the captions of your video. That first 5 seconds is very, very, very important. Now, best videos do 3 or all 4 of the following. 1, they educate, right? Provide some value to their audience. 2, they demonstrate something. They share something that's a demo of something. They inform and they entertain. So you need to make sure that your video encompasses 3 or all 4 of these items. Educate, demonstrate, inform, entertain, and then in your video have a direct call to action. So that's the first part, having a graphic or a video that stops the scroll. Now, there are several tools that I use when it comes to creating graphics and videos for Facebook ads. For graphics, I use canva.com to grab some photos. I also use Pexels and Pixabay. For licensed photos, you can use Deposit Photos and also Shutterfly or Shutterstock. Video Slides, Animoto, and Lumen 5. And for editing my video, I use a tool called ScreenFlow. There's also Camtasia. You can even use iMovie. I'll put those resources below the video as well. Let's dive into actually creating the ad copy and text. Now, as I mentioned before, when I'm typically writing my ad copy, I'm going to start in a Word document or Pages document or a text file just to get my thoughts on paper, make some revisions, different variations, and then go with the best variation that I come up with and put that into the Facebook Ads Manager. So there are a couple areas or sections of that document that I create. The first section is the ad text. This is actually what goes above the image, and this is very important, right? Because once people stop the scroll, right, picture stops them from scrolling, they're going to read the ad text, right? What is this about? And there are about 4 or 5 areas that things you want to address in this ad text. And I want to give you an example of this when we create the ad for the offer that I selected in the beginning. The first part of this ad text is you want to start with a question to get a question or a statement to get an implied yes that speaks specifically to a dream or desire, pain or struggle of your ideal audience, right? What is it that what is one pain point? What is one desire that they truly want? And phrase that in the form of a question or a very profound statement, right? So when someone sees the ad, they're like, wow, this ad is for me because I am struggling with that. This ad is for me because I actually need that result, or I desire that particular result and that goal. Right, so that first question needs to get an implied yes and get them saying, yes, this is for me. Let me read more. The second part of the ad text is you want to build rapport with your audience with a connecting statement, right? And this statement is kind of like, okay, I experienced what you were going through, right? Or my friend Mary also had that same problem. Or I aspire to learn more about X. Once you've done that, build rapport with a connected statement, you want to follow that by a discovery. So what did you discover? Right? What did you discover to change that reality for you, to change that problem, to get that result? What did you discover? And when you're creating these ads, the ad text, you want to use words like, you know, today and this week to kind of build that urgency, right? To get people to take action, right? Include a time frame, today, now, this week. Add a sense of urgency because that's going to get people to take action. The next part of this is tell them what you're giving them, right? If you're giving them, this is where your offer comes into play, right? What are you giving them? Are you giving them a PDF? Are you giving them a worksheet, a cheat sheet, a template? Are you inviting them to a webinar? Tell them what they're going to get in order to solve the problem that you shared in the beginning, or help them reach that dream and desire in the beginning. And then at the end of this, the ad text here, provide a clear call to action. Tell them what you want them to do next, right? If you don't tell them what to do next, they're going to do nothing. So stick to one call to action, right? Click the link to download the PDF. Click the link to register for the webinar. And in this ad text, I'm doing a little bit different here. In this particular ad text, we're going to include the link there. We're going to use a bit.ly link because that creates intrigue, right? So very straightforward in terms of the ad text. Start with a question to get an implied question or statement to get an implied yes that speaks specifically to your target audience, dream, desire, struggles, challenges, pains. Build rapport with a connecting statement that tells them that you were there too, or someone you know was experiencing the same thing and they discovered something. Share that discovery. Use words like urgency, that create urgency, time, today, this week, last call, that kind of thing. And then tell them what you're going to give them. I'm giving you a cheat sheet, a template to help you deal with that problem or get that benefit that you want above. Provide a clear call to action, tell them what to do, and then use a hyperlink that creates intrigue to bring them to get that offer. So the next area is the headline, and this basically tells your audience what they're going to get, right? It's the headline of the ad. It's right below the image. It's bold. It's in big lettering, and there's a formula that I follow, right? You have the offer name, what you're giving away, the benefit, and the type of offer. What does that mean? Well, so if I'm giving away a training where a MLM veteran, uses Facebook ads to recruit reps with a simple 5-day ad spend, I'm going to say free training, right? And I'm going to grab some of the text directly from the capture page because it's already created for me, but I'll say something like free training, MLM 15-year top earner turns to the internet and recruits 6 reps with a $5 per day ad spend, right? So I've got the benefit of what my audience wants, which is recruiting reps, and I'm sharing with them what I'm giving them, which is a training. It could be as simple as, I'm giving away a Facebook ads cheat sheet for realtors, right? So I can say free cheat sheet, discover how to get low cost leads for your real estate business using Facebook ads. Simple as that. So think about, for your headline, what am I offering? What's the benefit of the offer, and what's the type of offer? Is it a cheat sheet, a checklist, a webinar, etc.? The next area that we're going to talk about in terms of your ad text is your ad description. Now this goes right below the headline, and it should be a strong benefit-driven statement that leaves people on the edge of their seats wanting more. So a cliffhanger, right? So you want to have this particular copy describe what they're going to get, the benefit of what they're going to get, and then leave them hanging with a ... right? So if I'm using the same example of the internet, the MLM vet, right? I could say something like, hijack her. I'm taking this directly from the sales, the opt-in page. Hijack her simple three-step formula, including step-by-step exact ad and script to sponsor more people into your opportunity on this ... right? Creating some intrigue, leaving them hanging on what? Oh, on the training. Let me go ahead and grab that, right? So we've got the ad text, we've got the headline, we got the ad description, and now what we're going to use that display URL. There's an area in the Ads Manager where you're going to be able to display the link. We'll put the link there, and we won't use a button, right? So I'm going to map this out in a Word document and show you how this would all look. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and use the offer here and create our ad copy. So we got our text file here, and so we're going to follow the format, the formula, right? Start with a question, or statement to get an implied yes that specifically speaks to your ideal target audience, right? So we're talking to network marketers, people who are in the MLM industry, who are looking to sponsor more people into the business. That's what this training is about, and using a $5 a day ad spend. So what are some of the things that our audience struggles with? What's their pain? What's that problem? And I'm going to form that into a question. So I'm going to say, what would it be worth if you could ditch the home parties? Because that's a major concern of people, hosting home parties, attending home meetings, and making a list of friends and family. And effortlessly sponsor more reps. So I'm throwing in the question and a benefit, right? Sponsor more reps without chasing or convincing, right? Now I'm going to build a little rapport by connecting with a connecting statement. And a question mark there. What would it be worth if you could ditch the home parties, hotel meetings, and making a list of friends and families? What if you could ditch? Would it be worth if you could ditch the home parties, hotel meetings, making a list of 100 friends and family, and actually sponsor more reps effortlessly? Build rapport. When I started, I was told to make your list and head out to the mall and prospect, which I hated and didn't get any results, right? What I discovered when I when I started, I was told to make my list, call my friends and family, and invite them to a presentation. I called most of them, but after the 10th no, I was ready to give up. Then I discovered incredible training where let's grab from here, a 15-year successful successful business owner. Let's say networker, because MLM is kind of tough on Facebook. They may or may not approve the ad, so I'll just say networker. Turned to the internet, turned to Facebook, now recruits 6 reps with spending only $5 a day. Cost of a Starbucks latte and scone. Right, so now I'm going to use words like today, this week, etc. to build urgency I'm gonna combine all of these into one statement here underneath here. I'm gonna say, for a limited time, I've got access to this free training. To watch it now. Click here. I'm gonna grab the link and I'll turn this into a bit of a link. So we'll put this link here. And then we'll go ahead and turn this into a bit.ly link. And copy. Let's go back to here. Click here. Alright, free training is for a limited time. I've got access to this free training where you're going to learn her simple. Guess I'll add somewhere down here. Her simple 3-step formula. 3-step formula, including exact ad and script to get to sponsor more people into your opportunity in the next, another time thing here, next 48 hours. To watch it now, click here. Okay. Limited time, I've got access to free training where you're going to learn her simple 3-step formula to sponsor more people to your opportunity in the next 48 hours. Now we go to headline, offer type, and benefit, offer name and benefit. So free video, let's say free training, sponsor more reps without home parties. And then for the ad descriptive, what I'll say here is free training bills. This, I'm grabbing it from right here. The simplest ad formula ever to sponsor more reps into any company. Just grabbed it from right here, right? Hit the link here. We've got we got everything, right? So if I were to open up a new Word file or text document and just put these all into one line here just so I can see it better. All right. What would birth if you could ditch the home parties, hotel meetings, and making a list of 100 friends and family and actually sponsor more reps effortlessly? When I started, I was told to make my list, call my friends and family, invite them to a presentation. I called most of them, but after the 10th no, I was ready to give up. Then I discovered an incredible training where a 15-year successful networker turned to Facebook, and now recruits 6 reps spending only $5 a day, the cost of a Starbucks latte and a scone. For a limited time, I've got access to this free training where you're going to learn her simple 3-step formula, including exact ad and script to sponsor more people into your opportunity in the next 48 hours. So this is the ad text, right? Boom. Now we grab the headline just to make it easier for you guys to see. Headline, right? Which is that free training. Sponsor more reps without home parties. We have the ad description. And I grabbed this all from the capture page, the pre-created capture page. So, and we grab display URL, just so we have it all in one place. And we set up the ad. Grab that. And we're going to have no call to action button at all either. Okay. And that's basically it. So we have our ad copy here. And so the assignment for today is to work on your ad copy. But first, decide on what you're going to promote, right? So decide on the offer that you're going to promote to your audience. Is it an MLSP offer, a system campaign? Is it something you already have? Is it something you have to create? But decide, and I recommend if you don't have one right now for the purposes of getting the assignments done, choose something inside of My Lead System Pro to promote an offer, because it's going to take you some time to develop a lead magnet. So in essence of time, since we only have 10 days together, choose something inside of My Lead System Pro to promote, go through it, and then write your ad copy. Okay, doesn't have to be crazy long, just what I did here, right? Question. Start with a question or statement that gets a replied yes or speaks to your ideal audience. Build rapport, what you found. Create some urgency, tell them what you're giving them, provide a clear call to action of what to do next, and that's it. So I'm going to post some resources inside of on the video below here with regard to creating a lead magnet. I'm going to share with you Facebook's guides, Facebook's suggestions when it comes to advertising, along with some of the resources I mentioned in this video. All right, talk to you soon.